against this guy, but I got a hunch he's due.
Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. You know, it's great because the NFL winter is over. We are done. Now it's about football. Now, here's what I want to say. A couple things I want to say. First of all, shout out to all of you guys that are here and supporting the channel. We got 6 new channel members yesterday. Shout out to you. That makes you eligible to be part of our live stream tonight at 5 o'clock Eastern. I'll put the link in the community tab in a comment for members only. You can join in. You can be part of the conversation. You can give us your thoughts on what you saw yesterday. I'm sure my man Game Time will be in there for sure. Game Time, we have some great news because of you guys. You guys are the best fans in the world. He is over 500 subscribers, and Primetime Phil is over 600. What does that mean? That means come next Saturday, they're doing the chip challenge. They're going to be in pain. And wait, because you acted already, there's more. Once they get to 1,000, they're going to do the little Nitro challenge. So, hey, not only do you get great content, you get to see them hurt. You get to see them hurt. You can live vicariously through them. So last night, we got our first preseason game. And like I say, with the first month of the football season, don't get too excited and don't get too upset about what you see the first month, because you really don't know what teams are what. Most teams now don't play their starters much in preseason. The first couple of games are like preseason. For example, last night, the Jaguars played Trevor Lawrence and their starters. We played our second tier guys, and it was great to see some of these young guys actually step up. One of the big question marks after we let go Zeke Elliott was, what are we going to do with running backs? Now, I will say this. Deuce played mostly in the second half, which was, again, not against, per se, the starters. But when you average 6.3 yards, our offensive line was not good. I mean, look at what Rico Dowdle and what Malik Davis did. They weren't averaging 6.3 yards a carry. In fact, they weren't even averaging half of that. And you saw the elusiveness in that opening clip of Deuce Vaughn, literally, the wild thing, making guys tackle each other. Literally tackling each other. You can see the speed. Because he's so small, you don't see him behind the offensive lineman. You've seen him used in swing passes and out routes and screens. And understand that the team really isn't game planning a game plan. What you want to see in these preseason games is you want to see guys get some work in and see the ability. Don't overreact by the performance that you saw. Okay? That may be just you're going against inferior talent. It may be where some guys don't look good, it's because it's their first action. But for the most part, you have to be excited about what you saw with Deuce Vaughn. Now, I don't know about him being a short yardage back. Sometimes I think you need a little bit more iron in the ass to be able to do that push. But the speed, the elusiveness of him is going to be huge. And for him to have 50 yards last night was incredible. I am excited, I am pumped, and it may end up being that he is the steal of the draft. Now, I know, of course, a lot of people figure if you're not drafted in the first or second round, then you're not going to be an NFL professional. But I'll remind you that a guy like Alfred Morris was also a 6th round draft pick and had a very, very productive career. And with running backs, it's not always so much the ability of them as it is the design of the plays, the offensive line, and the other weapons that are out there. And here's what you see with the Cowboys already. It's predicated on speed. The Cowboys are going to run circles around you. I said a few months ago, one of the reasons why I see Zeke Elliott not necessarily fitting this offense, because it's going to be running circles around you. It's going to be a predicate on speed. It's going to be guys being able to make plays. When you saw Deuce Vaughn in that run, just that one run, his ability to stop, make guys miss, and turn is unbelievable. And that's something that Tony Pollard does really, really well. Zeke, not so much anymore. Now, that's not to say that Zeke Elliott doesn't have a place in the NFL, because he does. He's still a productive back. But I'm not sure how he's going to fit in with this. And we're only getting a taste of what the Cowboys are going to do right now, because right now, they're not trying to show you anything. They want it to be a mystery come week one of what they're going to do, so that way they have that advantage. And this, if you're a Cowboy fan, that we've been seeing the same offense forever, and I mean ever. This is going to be great, that we will finally see something different. We will actually put people having to guess what we're going to do, and so on. So, Deuce Vaughn, love you, dude. You are wild thing. All right, good people. We're going to have all kinds of breakdowns and things today. I'm going to be here working on Red Brick House. In between, I'll be doing some videos, of course, on some of the players that I like seeing. I enjoyed seeing Mozzie Smith out there. Mozzie is raw. He's a rookie in his first preseason game, taking on double teams and not backing down and not going backwards. So that is his main role right there. I like seeing that. I love seeing Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert all of a sudden makes your mouth water. He ended up being a guy all of a sudden that you look and say, wait a minute. We got Michael Gallup, we got Brandon Cooks, we got CeeDee Lamb, and now Jalen Tolbert, if he's anything like this, oh my goodness. Then you start thinking about the possibilities. You like seeing our linebacking core, where you saw Overshown showing up and doing really well. You see Damone Clark now having actually a training camp, really seeming like he's settling in. And you all of a sudden look and say, where we were last year, where we were signing Anthony Barr and looking at him as the savior, yeah, game time. You know you were last year. Now you look at these young guys, and of course with the veteran Leighton Vander Esch, you look at it and say, our linebacking core is another strength on this team. The Eagles can't say that, but I'll have more on that later. All right, let me get to work. I got to get my walls wet down. I want to put up some of these railings before it gets too hot outside. And we'll be here at the Red Brick House bringing you news on the Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.